Thanks so much.
That was really fun.
Oh, man.
I laughed. That was a lot.
Oh, man.
What?
What was that? What is all that?
A jacket.
You spilled shit everywhere. That was in your jacket or something.
What is that? Oh.
Leave it. I'm going to clean it better than you're going to clean it. What is it?
Was it maybe it?
I just had the cleaners come. I just vacuumed. I'm so upset. Got all over the carpet. No, you need to pay me. I watched it get on the carpet. Tell me what that is. Is that drugs? Is that cocaine?
No, I think it's like a Tum.
Oh. So Tum's not only bad for your stomach, it's bad for my living room.
It's an old Tum.
Yeah. Just leave it there. Here we go.
Sorry.
Yep. Walk this way, Tony. Oh, fuck. That's not going to work well. A little while earlier. All right. Okay. Don't you worry about a thing. Can I get you something to drink? Water?
Oh, yeah. I'm good with my Zoa.
Okay. Yeah, wash your hands. You can put your drink here on the tray. Please keep it on the brown. Don't put anything. Yeah, that's fine. Just put it. That's fine. Yeah. Do your thing.
What's going on? You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? What can I do?
Just keep everything on the brown blanket and on the tray. You want nothing to drink?
I'm good with the Zoa.
Okay.
Nice bathroom.
Thank you. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you? I don't like this here.
Your soap's a little, your soap shot out of me like a 15-year-old boy.
What do you mean?
Just, like, how 15-year-old boys just come too quick and it spits out like a weird, like...
Oh. Yeah, I thought you were talking about a 15-year-old boy's soap. So let me get this set up.
I don't know, can you swear on this?
Yeah.
I used to jerk off with soap.
That's a clean load. That's a clean load.
Theme music.
When I was, Is that Jennifer Aniston? You got how many naked signed photos do you get to have? Did she, whoever that is, did she give it to you? Did you buy that on the internet?
I bought it on the internet and then she signed it for me.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Pardon me as I'm still getting set up here, my friend.
No, I like this. Yeah, I watched some of the clips you've had on some a lot of famous people.
Which episodes did you watch?
What's the guy from the Soup? The tall French guy from the Soup. He's
JonMichael.
Yeah, he's got a real dickish quality to him. And then I watched that guy. What's his name? He does a lot of gestures, not a lot of jokes, but a lot of gestures. He's always like, "Hey, what's hey?" Like, he's God, what is Cookmeister? David Cook.
David Cook. Shout out to David Cook, by the way. Great musician.
American Idol. I think that guy won American.
My baby. I remember I downloaded it when it came out years ago. That Mariah Carey song. Do do do. Oh. Do that. Do 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 dom. Do 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 dom.
Do 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 dom.
We were as one, babe.
Dom.
For a moment
Do 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 dom.
But for the last day, that you will always be mine. And theme music.
Scoot doo, blabbity blue, scoop dee. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Why are you so second doubting? Is there a reason you're so unsure whether or not you want to wear these?
Yeah, when I was are we going?
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been in the business quite some time, 75, right? I started stand-up when I was 14, 15.
14, 15 what?
Years old. Yeah, what'd you think I meant? Yeah, 14, 15 minutes. I was 14, 15 minutes years old.
All right.
Came out of the womb. Doc gave me a mic. I said, boy, it was cold in there.
Yeah.
Inside the womb.
When I was born, I remember there was a little bit of complications.
You remember being born?
I do remember the story my mom told me.
that when I was coming out, they couldn't quite get hold of me.
Of the closet?
I was facing forward, and they had to pull me out by my arms. So when I was born, they gave me a mic, and the first thing I said was, "Boy, it is cold in here." No, boy, my arm's tired was what.
You know, I've watched a few clips of you in this podcast, and it's good. It's good. It's I was just told my manager, I go, there's this wave of new age comics, right? These Tide Pod, TikTok, fuckstick, dick shit, queef bar kids that are just trying to make something out of nothing, right?
Right.
They're selling out theaters based on one fucking dumb dance or one bit that blew up.
Show me one of the dances you're talking about.
It's like a. Yeah, I'm like, and then 10 billion views later, the guy's doing the Ontario Improv on a Wednesday.
Right.
So I just think that what you're doing is you've got a set. I don't know if you live here. This seems like one of those, like a set, right? Like that's not a real lamp, is it? Yeah. See, and you got a chandelier, kind of.
Right.
That looks like
Yeah.
that looks like what you would, if I came in.
Careful. This is my place.
You can't cancel a 75-year-old.
Well, say
The chandelier looks like you ever played Grand Theft Auto?
Well, let's get high first. Before we get into it, I'd like to just give a moment to thank our sponsors, Freeze Pipe.
I like what you're doing.
So for a premium smoking experience at everyday great prices and free shipping, visit thefreezepipe.com and use code TYSO for 10% off your entire order. That's thefreezepipe.com, code TYSO for 10% off.
What's up, TikTok? Tony Caruso here, doing the put your shit,
Take your shoes off.
put your pants on podcast here with one more time. I got to be honest, and I don't want to blame the old age thing again. What's your name again?
Do you really not know my name?
This is not a bit. I'm sorry. I'm good with faces. I'm bad
Then
with
my
names.
name is Seymour Buttkiss.
I'm okay with that. I dated a Michelle Virgin in high school.
Yeah?
She was not. She did things with her twat that only.
You didn't finish your video.
Yeah, shut that anyway. My manager's always
Sure.
I got to get into social media more. I just got on Instagram.
Oh, yeah? What's your handle so we could put it up here?
It's at Tony Caruso. But this girl, Michelle Virgin, she, you never forget your first.
I have. I don't want to interrupt, but I did.
Well, your first
So let me
love-
tell you. I was coming out of the baby as a baby. And it was the first time I came, technically. So I have forgotten.
Now you bring up. I got into this argument with my manager the other day.
Are you guys okay?
We're fine. It's just I've known him forever, so it's just like constant bickering.
He's been
my
your manager since Carlin days?
Oh, he's my best friend. He's also I'll kill him in his sleep at some point. It's inevitable that I'm gonna kill him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a joke.
I know. I just didn't get the joke because you were saying, I love him so much. Yeah, I'll kill him. I didn't get the joke.
Yeah. Well, see, when I came up, there was a lot of like, it's almost like when you send a text, like if you send, I'm going to kill you, you don't send a smiley face emoji. What are you thinking? This guy's going to kill me.
No, I think it's a joke. I mean, if it's a buddy of mine, I think it's a joke.
There's no context without tone. So like Michelle Virgin would text like, I'm going to fuck your dick off tonight.
And this was when?
Couple hours ago.
Wait, where'd you meet? Remind me.
It was like 1976.
Right, so.
She said, I'm going to fuck your dick off.
What were you guys texting on?
What's that?
I said, what were you guys texting on in 1976?
Oh, this was a dream. This was a real.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I didn't even know what texting was at that point.
Sure. Well, you were,
I was born in 48, so
Right.
what's 76 minus 48?
Well, it's 28.
You seem like one of those kids that knows math real quick.
Yeah, what I do is I do from 50 to 76 is 26 plus the 2 from 48 to 50. So 28.
Were you like a Lego kid, or were you more like a put your finger in your ass type kid?
Both. So we're going to go ahead and get this freeze pipe going.
Yeah. I with disclaimer, haven't smoked pot in about 18 years.
Pot is
Stronger these days.
well, yeah. Oh fuck.
Let me inject you.
That'll happen from time to time.
So I have two options for you. We have the Freeze Pipe Bubbler Pro Kit, which
sounds
is
fun.
smaller, more compact, easier perhaps, but not as fun as...
You're talking about my first wife? Smaller, compact, easier. Deborah.
The end was Deborah.
Yeah. I always
the
hated
bong.
that fucking name. She was like, call me Deb.
Or
I
the
go,
bong. I think I would rather do the Bubbler.
Well, I've never smoked out of a bubbler, so that would be like a new thing for me to do. But I haven't smoked out of a bong, like I said, in 18 years. So
We'll do this.
now, is the weed is it like because I've heard people get paranoid nowadays. People, it's not like one of those things where it turns you into like a werewolf, right? Like I don't want to turn into one of those crazy people that goes to a McDonald's drive-thru and bites one of the employees in the neck because they don't serve chicken McNuggets at 10 a.m. You ever watch those? Are you on something right now? Yeah, it's going to take me a minute to figure out what's going on with
You said that it's not going to turn into a werewolf. I was just...
Oh, turning into a werewolf. I get it.
Turning into a werewolf.
I like that. Yeah, I was one of my first characters on stage. When I first started stand-up, what was that, 1948? Started 15, so what's
63.
So 1963, first time on stage, right?
Right.
The Comedy Hut in New York City. Downstairs, real dark, just a lot of...
The Comedy Hut in the 60s? There was comedy clubs like that back then?
Oh, yeah.
Always thought that like there were kind of different speakeasies, not particular or
It
theater
was a
rooms.
speakeasy it was called the Comedy Hut. I think it wasn't. There wasn't.
So when they did burlesque,
it was
or,
a bar. Oh, it did everything: prostitution, glory holes, gambling. There was the first time I saw the ping pong pussy parade. It's not a band; it should be a band, but it's a ping pong pussy parade.
Tell you something. It gives a whole new meaning to the triple P. Hold on, we have a little jingle. It plays in after. It goes triple P, trip, trips and triple E, triple P.
It's funny you say that. Sam
Thanks.
Tripoli, I just met him a few nights ago at the Comedy Store, and not even 10 minutes into talking to him, he was trying to sell me on some sort of a ping pong pussy apparatus where it was like, I told him that I, used to do a lot of pills and whatnot, and he just said, God, some of my
What's
best
going on?
days
What's
were-
going on with you, dude? What's going on with you? You got a weird. You're a weird guy.
Well, hey, man, it's been a while since I've never done a podcast before, so I appreciate you having me
There
on.
better be a B, because it sounded like the way you said it. That was all there was the A, that you appreciate being on a podcast. But why say A if there's no B?
The B is, I'm getting back into stand-up. I've been in stand-up in 20 years, right? Started when I was 15. I'm 75. Did it for, 40 years. Took a 20-year break. Getting back into it, going to shoot a special and kind of give it one last hoorah, right? This could be the end. It could be the beginning, but I'm not putting an expiration date on my career yet, but it feels 75. I've done it all. I've said it all. I've fucked it all. I've touched it all. Even though your shirt says you can't touch this, I touched it on the way in.
I'm so confused with how this works. I don't know where would the weed even go?
I feel like you're doing a character right now. Do you really not know how the?
Oh, does this unscrew?
Have
me?
you not smoked out of this before?
No, not so. I smoked out of another one, but this is the new model, the 2.0. And I also, full disclosure, I have already taken an edible.
Oh, I love that.
Shout out to Kiva. So I am a little high at the moment.
Great.
But like, the noises you're making are so gross. I don't know how.
Old age, get ready for it. A lot of things stop
Oh,
working.
the weed goes probably in here.
Ah, there it is. Yeah. I feel like I'm watching one of those fat Chinese kids open a toy, where they're just like, what is it?
I guess, do you have a video you could send me that you're talking about?
Every now and then I go down these YouTube rabbit holes of like, soldiers surprising their kids at their first dance or.
I heard that Alice from Alice in Wonderland once, because of God, she didn't want to lose her virginity. So she instead just put it in the rabbit hole.
That sounds like some Mormon euphemism for butt sex.
Oh, the rabbit's butthole.
Was that a turtle impression?
I do this thing now where, because a lot of people on stage have been calling me like I'm a nerdy goody two shoes. So I've been working on my masculinity a little bit. And I've been doing things like,
oh, oh, ah. And what do they do?
well, if there's Marines in the audience, they go, hurrah!
Oh, yeah.
And if there's people celebrating their anniversary, they go, hooray!
Or does anybody ever stand up?
Ask me.
Anybody ever stand up and take the dick out and go, they're great? Back in my day, when we first, when stand-up first became a thing that people wanted to go see.
You mean way before the 60s, because there was already the Comedy Hut.
Oh yeah, but speakeasy comedy. Again, there was a lot of different performing going on.
So let me also let you know, we're gonna have you take a hit of this. Like, you keep this piece in the freezer, and for an hour or two, and then it's cold, and then you take a hit, and guess what happens? Whoa! I thought I smoked weed, not ate a mint.
You just wink at me. You remind me of my dad's friend Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy used to come over to our house. He used to drink my dad's beer, borrow his pants, and every now and then he'd give me a weird look and lick his lips like I was some sort of Jolly Rancher flavor that they didn't tell you about on TV.
Right.
And one thing led to another, and he would try to. You ever see those pictures of Tom Brady kissing his kid on the mouth? Oh, yeah. That's what my dad's friend would try to do to me. And I was, what was I, 8, 9, 50. This guy would just get real.
Well, you say 19, 8, 9, so like 50.
No, that was a joke. I was 8, 9, 50. I wasn't 50. Right, 50. But even at 8 and 9, I knew that this was wrong, and I was like,
Right.
And I used to have this PE teacher, Mr. Tangen, right? Awful breath. We'd always.
What happened about your dad's friend?
Well, I'm getting at it. Mr. Tangen would always teach us, like, if a guy tries to kiss you on the mouth, right? Like, you give him a swift, you make a tight fist, and you hit,
Not
right?
anymore.
And then you grab it.
Not anymore. Now you got.
Which is funny because now Trump's saying grab him by the pussy, but we used to grab, by the balls, and then pull down,
Wait, you used to do this as well, the boys?
Oh, on the playground. I mean, there was where I spent most of my days. There was no.
I just did that like a baby.
Yeah, there were no rules back then. Now it's all PC cancel culture. Kids can't say, can't call somebody, hey, bitch tits, right? You can't say.
Hold on, I didn't hear you. Hold on one sec. Yell it. Hey, what?
You can't say, hey, bitch tits, right? On the playground anymore. You can't say, hey.
Louder. I got the sync. I can't hear you.
You can't say, hey, bitch tits. Hey, bitch tits.
All right, I heard you.
You can't do that anymore, right? Now you gotta say, hey, did you borrow your mom's bra?
Right.
First time I ever saw tits was 5th grade. This girl named Caitlin.
What was that?
Caitlin.
1959?
69.
No, 59. Here, get this so I don't want you to blow into the microphone. So just you go this way.
Okay.
Yeah. So get this arm away from. No. Okay. Now you go over here. Go away from the mic.
You trying to fuck me?
Okay. All right.
Hey, take me to dinner first.
Okay. All right.
And then just.
I think. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice and cold. Look at the camera and go, smooth as ice. You should take a lot in.
Smooth as ice.
But do you feel how it's cool?
I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you. Well, hey, take me to dinner first.
No, sorry.
No, it's fine. My manager said, "Be down for anything this guy does." It's clickbait, it's sound bites. It's also when you haven't been in the game for a while. Again, you gotta mix it up with these kids. You gotta find a way to connect. And it's like if my manager said, "Look, if he fake fucks your mouth, just yes and it."
Do you want some more?
Yeah, I'll take one more hit. Is that all right? Oh, yeah. Smooth as ice.
So
that's Freeze Pipe. Freezepipe.com.
TheFreezepipe.com.
Freezepipe.com.
TheFreezepipe.com.
TheFreezepipe.com /TYSO / hoo-ha.
Okay.
That was my first impression on stage, by the way.
Oh, Pacino?
Oh, no. Funny story. I got a lot of Hollywood backstories.
What are we doing with that, though? You want to put that down? Or? So I don't smoke anymore these days because I just stopped smoking. I miss it. I love it. And I'm excited to get some of this smoke in here.
Sure.
I'm kind of an edibles baby, but I really like this for a couple of reasons. One, I did a commercial with Adam Ray and Brent Moore, I don't know, 5 or 6 months ago.
A couple of the guys go ahead.
I was going to, Swipe.
Lean on me when you're alone.
And I'll be your friend. I'll help you.
Carry on me. My voice is gone.
You guys, I am so stoned.
Swipe.
And my dad uses this pipe as well. And so I believe in it.
If it's good enough for your dad, it's good enough for me. Who said that?
That was Pacino.
Yeah. And it was one of the first things I did on stage was a guy who would always ride the bus, right? I was a big character guy when I first started stand-up. I just did that characters and voices, and I would go, here's a guy on the bus who doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. Ooh-ah. Cut to, 30, 40 years later, I'm seeing...
How many years later?
30, 40 years later, I'm seeing Son of a Woman. Al Pacino's up there. Give me the gun, Charlie.
Right. So you did this.
Hoo-ah. And he's doing hoo-ah.
You did this when you were like a child.
No, early stand-up days.
When did that come out? The 80s?
Boy, the 80s was a blur for me. I'm telling you, the 80s in New York City, I could write a book.
Oh, tell me some stuff.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Me, Nicolas Cage, Charlie Sheen.
Oh, it came out in 92.
Walk into a bar, and everybody knows who we all are, right? It was just
it's you, Charlie Sheen,
Nicolas Cage.
And when is this?
83, 82.
So like a decade before Son of a Woman comes out.
Oh, yeah.
So you're not even mad at Pacino yet.
No.
Right.
I don't even know who that is, right? But I'm walking into the bar, and everyone's looking at us like, holy shit, there's Cage, there's Sheen, right?
And
Caruso, Tony Caruso, right? And arguably at the time, I was the most famous. Okay.
You were. I remember that I first found out about you in the new. And apologize. I just don't know everything. But in the new Carlin doc.
Yes.
And you did a lot with him. I don't know if you guys were friends or you just came up together.
George was probably, he was born in 37. I was born in 48, so he had about 11 years on me, comedy wise. And
you guys both started at exactly
started on the
15.
same time and just kind of found.
You started at the same time. I'm sorry. I'm just
started
at the same age,
popping off at the same time. Right. As Carlin became famous, Caruso became a name that was synonymous with Carlin, but very underrated. Carlin popped off.
Carlin and Caruso, that's so funny.
Now it's coming together. Yeah.
Before when he was doing weatherman stuff, you were the newscaster.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's actually so cool because I've never seen any of that stuff. I've only seen a clip of him as weatherman once on Carson or something, but after you guys split up.
Yeah. Well, so, you get in the news business is
Ooh, that's why I don't smoke. I think just the smoke in the air hurts my throat for real.
Would you take a hit of this?
No, but it's
it's in the air. Yeah. My
Angelou.
My
you know what? I gotta say something.
I gotta say something. Maya Angelou, real quick. Maya Angelou story. Oh my God! Let's just say I have friends who've seen the real Angelou.
Okay, that's Tony Caruso on the real Angelou.
Are we done?
So I have to say, Amir K. Do you know Amir K?
Not familiar.
He's a stand-up comedian.
What's his full name?
Nobody knows. I think it's Kamyab, but he just goes by K.
Yeah, that's a smart move.
Right.
Kamyab sounds like something you scream when you got ripped off at a Denny's.
Hey, give me all your money and your Grand Slam.
Kamyab.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So he actually, the Maya Angelou thing, I heard him say once, and I don't remember if that was I think he used to say to his, I don't remember, but I got to give credit to Amir K, and shout out to the Salty Locks podcast, because whenever somebody says Maya, I think he did that. I don't remember, but if it was anybody I heard it from,
can I be honest?
It was him.
Everyone's done a Maya Angelou bit.
Oh, I got a ton, but I never remember the Maya Angelou bit. I never remember what the Maya Angelou angle was, and I never remember the Maya Angelou left turn. All I remember is how it made me feel.
Well, that's the thing about comedy too, and what has evolved to is everyone's got a bit about something, and it's so easy to look at someone in the face after a set and go, hey, you stole my... I also do a cat noise. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, Mr. Cat?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't... What was that, Mr. Cat?
I can't meow. I don't even know how to meow.
You don't know how to meow. You just say meow.
Meow.
Yeah, Mr. Cat?
At this point, it's all been done. That's what I tell these young kids that hit me up. I just go, I try to respond to as many of these emails.
Where do they message you? Or
you can go to my website, TonyCruise.com. Also, I give out my number to strangers all the time.
What's the number? bleep that just in case he changes his mind, but we could go back and revisit that.
No, I'll tell it to you. What's my number?
You just did.
Oh. There's some good stuff.
No. Yes.
I was doing my line.
Ooh.
Hey.
I think this might be the Halloween episode.
I'm having prom night flashbacks.
Oh, from Megan Virgin?
No, Michelle Virgin. She fucked my dick off, but
In high school?
that's a personal question.
All right. I won't ask.
After Michelle Virgin, I went through a string of real,
Harry times.
literally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like I went through the Harry Times directory of no thanks and who's that?
Yeah. Yes.
I was putting in anything that
baby.
talked to me.
Whoa. Wait.
I don't have to.
Oh. Wait, what do you mean? You were saying you would have sex with a lot of women?
Because I was a man about town. I was getting on every monkey bar and taking a bite out of crime. If crime was,
Also, by the
I was
way,
eating ass. I was eating a lot of ass.
feel free if you want to give Tony a call or email him at his website, TonyCaruso.com.
Oh, sure.
But also, if you want
Well,
to
I do a lot of
contact,
self-help-
one second.
Hey,
This is
hey.
important. It's if people need to contact Scruff McGruff.
Crime Dog McGruff.
Well, when I grew up, he was Scruff. He was a crime dog, but his name was Scruff McGruff.
Yeah, that sounds like the knockoff dog.
No, your dog didn't have a first name. Later on, they gave him a first name.
Crime Dog McGruff was always the original dog. He would
But
go,
Scruff
I'm gonna
McGruff.
take a bite out of crime.
Yeah, it's the same guy. Scruff McGruff. He is the crime dog.
I'll be honest though, he never solved shit. We had so much murder in our
I just want to
neighborhood.
get this out there before I forget. If you want to mail him, it's Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652.
Well, what's that? That's from that show.
It's from Scruff McGruff. It was like a PSA.
Well, what my problem with that dog was he never. It's same thing with Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Bear would get right in your face and go, "Only you can prevent forest fires."
Right.
And I was like, "Well, you're fucking there, Smokey. You're in the goddamn forest. I'm eating a Pop-Tart at my stepson's recital, and you're right next to the goddamn situation. Why don't you fucking go get a bucket somewhere, fill it with H2O, and put out the fucking flames?" It's almost like walking. If I were to walk into the forest and go, "Hey, Smokey, we got a lot of 8th grade sluts, sucking a lot of dick. These kids don't know when to turn it off and turn things around. Can you help us out with that? There's a lot of teen pregnancy is what I'm getting at, Smokey." And he's like, "I'm a bear. What do you want?" And you go, "Exactly."
You're missing the point. What he is doing isn't actually saying you, Tony, or you, whomever he's speaking to, is the only one that can prevent it. It's putting a sense of importance that you matter, that you have a voice in this. So
Right.
if I were to say anybody could do it, you ever email your agents and you email a whole bunch of agents and they never.
Don't get me started.
All right, well, let me get you started for this. You email a whole bunch of agents and everyone thinks, oh, somebody else will write back. They don't get back to you right away. But if you email one of them, it's more like, oh, I better respond.
Right.
So that's kind of like, instead of saying everybody and anybody can prevent forest fires, it's putting a sense of importance that's saying, listen, only you can prevent, and the rest of that would be the forest fires that you actually can prevent.
Well, are we talking metaphorically or
Metaphorically. It's called metaphorically when you're speaking about.
funny stuff?
Thank you.
Legitimately though,
Right.
If I'm
legitimately, if I'm talking about forest fires.
Can I finish a goddamn sentence? I got to be honest. I'm getting a little
Leafed up. That's leafed up. If you're talking about forest fires.
real funny. Michelle and I, right? One night we just.
So you're done with the other stuff?
Oh, Michelle Virgin. I get triggered a lot by fun.
Bleep it.
Hey,
Bleep it.
you can't cancel a 75-year-old.
Hey, I guess you were right.
Well, say the N-word. Going to get high first.
Well,
Bitch.
okay. I don't keep saying it.
I've missed stand-up so much that I thought to myself,
What a wonderful world. You have that voice. I miss stand-up so much that I thought to myself, what a wonderful world.
I knew Louis.
Louis Anderson?
CK.
Oh, okay.
I knew
Let
Louis.
me hold on. Let me look up K.
When he first started, he hit me up and he said, "Look, I know you do a lot of edgy stuff. I know you do a lot of characters. I want to know what I can and can't do and what you think I should and shouldn't do." I told him sorry, I'm having lunch with Louis Armstrong right now.
I heard his arm was tired.
Well, from playing the trumpet.
Uh-huh.
But what people don't know about Louis Armstrong is he also ran an underground arm wrestling ring.
I do know that.
So
That's where he got his nickname.
His arm was legitimately tired. Armstrong.
Yeah.
It is. So he would, almost the way that you hear like Tom Cruise, like, will bring like young boys from the stores and up to the hills.
Are you flying? What are you doing?
Well, there's a rumor going on. And there's what are these Hollywood secrets, right? Like extra. Tom Cruise goes up and down to like the Target, right? He'll be like, "Hey, what young boy? You buying some CDs for your, and then he'll bring them up to the house. He'll sign an NDA and they'll do stuff with each other. So
I don't like to spread rumors.
Oh, this is not
apparently some people do like to spread rumors, butt cheeks. Do you know my buddy Rumor?
Oh, no.
Yeah, my buddy. You haven't heard? Yeah, so you could spread his butt cheeks, and
so
it's like spreading rumors.
The first time I ever had look, I've eaten I've eaten a lot of ass.
I know.
I've had my ass eaten maybe 16 times.
Have you ever had my ass Angelou's?
Funny story about my Angelou.
Yeah.
My buddy told me
Are you okay?
Yeah, what's going on? Do you need to get that?
No, it rang. Have you seen Little Giants where the skinny kid, he gets knocked out from wrestling, and then there was a bigger guy, and it was one of the two of them. They called him over, and he goes, "Oh, it was the bigger guy." He goes, "You rang." The beginning of
that movie still holds up, by the way.
Yeah, if you watch it on VHS,
it's like Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz.
Dark Side of Rumor's Moon. I'll tell you something. I don't. You haven't heard? When you would watch the Little Giants, the VHS, it would open up with that cartoon of the singing.
Oh,
frog.
right.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal. Sticking in the glass. If you believe me, honey, you'll lose me, and you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, honey, and tell me I'm your man. And then, so
there's a fucking frog.
Yeah. So what would happen is, this cartoon, right? I'd like to explain it if you don't.
Muppet Babies.
No. So it's this. I would like to. This is the real cartoon. It was brilliant. So
there's a tap dancing frog, right?
It's a tap dancing frog. But here's the story. So there's this guy down in his luck. He's kicking stones. All of a sudden he hears this voice.
So, one of my old bits. The deep cut super fans will get. If
I
would talk to somebody, in the crowd.
Because you're so old, it's like a sundial on your wrist.
I would talk to somebody in the crowd. They would start talking, and I would just look down at my hand. I'm not wearing a watch, and the crowd would lose their minds. I'm sorry. It's an old school bit. That's one of the things too. I'm trying to figure out in this new special. Do I resurrect the old classics?
So we don't have to talk about the frog if you don't want to hear about it. We could go right to your special stuff. I mean that.
No. It's the cartoon frog was doing a hop, skip, and a jump. Right.
So this guy finds this singing frog and is like, "Holy shit! I could make money to this." So he sets up this.
Like be his agent.
His manager, his agent, whatever. Like basically, take it this act. And really, the frog's probably not going to need much money. So it's kind of like a kid. It's kind of like a parent to a kid actor.
What's a frog going to spend money on?
Right. So they're doing their thing, and he's setting up. He gets the stage, and he puts up flyers, and he's spending time, and he's very excited. And then it's the big show, and people are in attendance. They're excited.
Yeah.
And the frog is ready. He's got his top hat, and he's got his.
Probably women are,
Yeah, maybe. You could do that. He has like his cane, because back in the day, like in Apollo, you would have a cane on stage in case you ever had to pull somebody off by the neck.
Right.
Once the curtains open,
I know the guy who started that, by the way.
Once the curtains open, there's just a frog there, and people are like, "Well, he has to give them money back," and he goes, "What the hell?" And he tries it again. So then later he sees the frog dancing. He's like, "Oh, it's happening again!" So he could do it now, and he keeps trying, and the frog never does, and he ends up losing his mind. Fade to black.
That's all.
Up comes
Pacino.
Football. No, Ed O'Neill chewing gum.
Oh, right.
As a kid with Rick Moranis, who people say all the time, I remind him of Ed O'Neill.
You've got a Moranis. You've got a Moranis vibe. More Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, I think, or maybe Blew Up the Kids.
Yeah, I feel like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Honey, I Blew Up the Kids are the two closest Rick Moranises you could find. Maybe you're talking about like the Keymaster.
I don't think that movie gets enough credit.
Which one?
Well, first of all, you came up with an apparatus that'll shrink your fucking kids,
right?
And your wife. Oh my! Hey, take my keys.
Yeah.
But this guy did it all, and he loved his family, but he was still. It just goes to show you that being a father is so up and down. Where it's like, if one of your kids just woke up, let's say a 7-year-old boy, and goes, I'm going to the bus stop.
Right.
Fuck you, mom and dad, suck my cock. You go, hey, good luck. Good luck, Toby. You know, I took you to Disneyland last week, you piece of shit, and this is what I get for it.
Right.
But Rick Moranis had a quality of like, I miss you. I also enjoy the free time.
Right.
Is that what do you understand what I'm saying? If you're at the house when you get to my age, downtime is up there. Is up there. Like up on the shelf of like things I want. When you get older, you're constantly reaching, you're striving, you're stretching,
You think you're reaching and striving more when you're older?
Oh, I think so because the clock is ticking, legitimately and figuratively. There's what 24 hours in a day?
Sometimes depends if you're in the army time or not.
I sometimes feel like I got eight days left in the world. You know, and
this little light of mine.
Hey.
Oh no!
I'm
gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. You know,
I would love if you would not do that right now. My wifey is, God rest her soul, had 8 days left, and
like the Adam Sandler song. We got 8 days left. I can't do. How does Sandler sound again? I really. Could you do a Sandler impression?
You know, my manager said when I came on this podcast.
Tim Allen.
Dude, how pumped was he when he found somebody else goes, what the fuck did you do?
I actually have a clip of when he found it.
No.
Man, nothing's going right for me. I'm probably not going to make it in this town. Look I have a mugshot of me when I was in trouble once. Huh? No.
Close second.
I think I'm going to make it. Snap.
No, Tim Allen. I'm saying.
Oh, I always get Sandler and Tim Allen.
No.
Who's the guy over the fence that you couldn't see half of his face?
That was actually Sandler. People know the actor that played Nelson was Sandler.
Wilson.
Right.
Was the volleyball.
Well, originally it was originally Nelson.
Do you know the Wilson from Home Improvement and Wilson from Castaway are the same guy?
Hey, could have been. Let's cut to a picture, but instead of Wilson's top of a head, just put it at the top of a volleyball.
You fucking imagine.
With a hand.
You fucking imagine you tell that story to anybody and they go, oh, no kidding? You go, fucking get this guy a hot tub.
All right, so let's have you take another hit of that so we could do the rest of this commercial.
Huh? Let's do charades.
But this pipe is...
no, it's great. Freezepipe.com.
The Freeze Pipe.
Jinx,
but do you want another hit?
Fuck in Coke.
I have a Coke. Do you want it or do you want to forfeit it?
Yeah, get me next time.
No, it's now or never. Do you want it now? I'm offering it to you now, or do you want to forfeit it?
You me with these things.
Air, bleep it. What do you think?
Now or never. What am I?
So for a premium smoking, so here's the thing about
that's all, folks. That's what I used to say when I would come too early. I would go bitty 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 bitty. That's all, folks.
We're gonna cut to a commercial, and I'm gonna give you a little edit that I want to happen. I'll give you a newsflash. You just saw it at the end of the frog story.
This guy's a legend in the comedy game, legend in LA. Started here, took 20 years off of stand-up, but he's back in the game now.
20 years since I've been on stage, but it's time to get back to it. And the reception's been kind.
Tony, it's Steve Martin. Hey, Tony Caruso, George Lucas here. Jeffrey here. Jeff Goldblum calling. Tony, Bobby De Niro. But you're getting back into it. That's fucking terrific, man.
I'm gonna go give it a shot. Shot some new material. Here we go.
Tony Caruso.
Tony Caruso.
Tony Caruso, everybody. Tony!
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Trying to get back on the saddle, as they say, and see if that old horse still comes, right?
Do you want to smoke more? Are you okay? Freeze pipes, bubblers, and hand pipes are as smooth as traditional bongs that cost twice as much. Or check out their bongs and dab rigs for an outrageously smooth experience that will change how you light up forever. Whether you've seen freeze pipe in the hands of a popular cannabis YouTuber or a mainstream celebrity like
Logan Paul.
I was going to say you.
Tony Caruso.
Hey. No, but do you want another hit? Or you? Because you seem pretty high. I'm pretty high.
Hey.
Hi.
Let me just say this real quick. Haven't smoked in 18 years. The freeze pipe. You are doing me right.
So for a premium smoking experience at everyday great prices and free shipping, visit thefreezepipe.com. Use code TYSO for 10% off your order. That's thefreezepipe.com, code TYSO for 10%. Don't blow into the microphone, please. Man, I want to clear the rest of that. It's going to hurt me.
I got it. Yeah, I try to look. I smoke cigarettes my whole life.
Right.
I must have been 17, and my mom, God rest her, bless her soul, just came in.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
She came in every night, and she would sing "Happy Trails to You Until We Meet Again," and she would blow a whole big cloud of smoke into my pillowcase. And so I smelled. I would go to school, and everyone's like, "Who's the cigarette head kid?" Cigarette head became my nickname. You know how there's Jughead from from Mr. T's Wild Ride? What was the fucking... I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering.
Could I actually sing that to you?
It'll be Christmas, I went.
Can I sing that song?
Oh,
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you under by wonder, over, sideways, and under. On a magic carpet ride, a whole new world.
Don't you dare close your eyes.
A dazzling place
I'll take you places you've never been.
And
when you're way up here, it's crystal clear. Pepsi.
Now I'm in a whole new world. Now I'm
in a whole new world with unbelievable sights.
Indescribable feelings. Soaring, tumbling, freewheeling on an endless, starless sky. A whole new world.
Don't
you know what?
you
You can
dare
close your eyes if you want.
You can close your eyes
if they
if
were
you
to redo
want.
Aladdin, I understand now we're supposed to treat women differently and not tell them what to do with their bodies.
That's the whole thing now.
Their body, their what?
Their choice.
Their body, their what?
Choice.
Their body. When I say their body, you say their what? Their body?
Choice.
Wait, their body, their
what?
What? No, you say their choice.
Their body.
Their body. I say their body.
You say their choice.
Their,
body.
No.
Choice.
No. Listen, I say their body. You say their choice. Their body.
Their choice.
Their body.
Their choice.
Yeah, that's right. It's kind of like clear eyes, full hearts can't lose.
Oof. Or,
their body, their choice versus clear eyes, clear hearts can't lose. Or instead of pitting them up against each other the way society tries to pin women against other women, that's my man. Don't touch my fella.
Women be shopping.
Instead, let's put them together. Clear eyes, clear hearts can't lose, and it's their body, their choice.
One in the pink, two in the stink.
Have you ever put two in the stink?
Two in the think tank. Get those ideas going. That's why I tell all these young comics. Don't just be putting your fingers in all these butts. You know,
I always say one in the pink, two in the stink, 3 thoughts you must think.
Mm-hmm.
Do you love her? Does she love you?
Stop, drop, and roll.
DMX made a living off that song. You ever realize that?
Nobody ever told me to stop, drop, and roll. And when I was 15, my buddy set me on fire as a joke.
Jesus. What was the joke?
You tell me.
See, only he could prevent a Tony Caruso fire.
Get a new friend, I guess, was the premise. And the punchline was, hey, I hope you never wanted to have kids because, you know, those 3rd-degree burns are, I don't know. Fire's not funny anymore. You know, that's the thing, too. I'm learning about stand-up. The more I get back into this, you know, I had a 15-minute fire bit. I can't do it anymore. And it was basically.
Can we hear some of it? It's fine here, right?
Yeah.
We'll bleep what we need to bleep.
Well, I just don't know if you're fans.
We'll bleep some of this.
It's a long story, but the long of the story of it, short of it is that.
Just do the short of it. Or should I say the short of stick?
So I set it up. I go, look, my buddy's a firefighter, Everyone goes, how long does he firefight?
Right.
And then I go, but he's, his favorite thing isn't putting out fires. It's stroking that pole. Big laughter.
How big's the pole?
Right. 8 inches. And I go, in which hand? Right.
Right.
So then he slides down the pole, and I would always say he would scream "wee" on the way down, like he was getting his ass eaten. Right. I did.
Rumor has it.
Every
rumor has it.
Every other joke of mine had an ass eaten punchline, and that's inevitably what led me to a point where I go, I gotta write more.
Led you to a point, or led you to a poop?
What's that?
Eat ass poop.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing.
Right.
I don't know if I just got the universe on my side.
Yes.
Captain Planet's up there. Pouring
Earth, fire, wind, water. Wee! I am Captain's Plan Nuts.
Well, how about heart? There was always heart in Captain Planet.
No, you're thinking of the Care Bears.
No. There was a little Mowgli or a little Indian boy in Captain Planet.
But they got it from Care Bears, the same way Pacino got his hoo-wah.
But he was heart in the You had wind, water, earth, fire. What'd you have? You had fart? No. Heart. Fuck. The band Heart. There was a little kid, and they'd be like wind, water, hurricane, earthquake. And then this kid was like, compassion. And it was like, you fucking buzzkill. Everyone's trying to stop a tsunami, and you're trying to reconcile a marriage, or I don't know. See, these are some of the bits I'm trying to, get back. We'll see. I got to go to the clubs. You got to do the work. That's part of stand-up nowadays. You got to do the work. There's no shortcuts. Chappelle, Burr, all the greats that you guys are
Well, I didn't know that Whoopi Goldberg was the voice of Gia for seasons 1 through 3.
I met Whoopi, right? My buddy produced that movie, Eddie, that she was in, where she played the basketball coach for the New York Knicks. Well, she was just like what did she do? She was like
Earth, fire, wind, water, and heart.
Right, the band.
Till now, I only got by on my own. I never really cared until I met you. Till now, they're always fighting to the bone. How can I leave you alone? Oh, come on,
I'll be honest, my friend is an EP on The Voice, and I look, I'm not.
What does that stand for?
What's that?
What does VOICE stand for?
He's an executive producer on The Voice.
And what does that stand for? Voice.
Oh,
you're not the executive producer. You don't have to know.
Yeah, but I do love the show. They put the kid. What's the guy? He just got in trouble for texting all these OnlyFans models.
Blake Lively.
No. Levine.
Adam Levine. Blake Levine. Adam Blake.
Adam
Levine.
Adam Levine. I believe it's
Blake Levine
from
Adam Levine. That's where I was thinking. Blake Levine. Adam Levine.
He's from that band Party of Five, right?
No, Maroon 5.
Maroon 5.
Well, you can't say that anymore. I think you're just supposed to say basic kind of red.
Magenta.
Well, red. Red 5.
Magenta sounds offensive, actually. Magenta Offensive. Great band name.
Magenta Offensive.
Magenta Offensive. We are Magenta. We are Magenta.
Right. Yeah, I do like that.
Well, look, being in a band is...
I would love to cut to a produced rock song music video of us just for this.
Look, you got to invest in yourself.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
The guy actually who invented the slow clap told me that. I know
Kyle Cease?
No. Oh, funny. From that movie.
10 Things I Hate About You, which is different than the Frost Yourselves, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Which is also different from Tony Robbins' seminar, How to Figure Out How to Not Fucking Suck in 6 days.
Okay.
And then there's Rachel Ray has that whole make chicken pot pie in 6 days, right?
I don't know. It took 6 days.
This is why I stopped watching.
Right.
I'm like, hey, bitch, I got 12 minutes.
Right.
Can I get a pot pie going?
That's not enough time.
A funny story. So
you got a lot of funny stories.
My manager,
I've yet to hear one.
My manager. Now, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, take him.
Take your finger, put it up your ass.
And when you're done, give me a call and tell me what time it is. No. He when he did the werewolf thing, put him in a field, right? And have Sting playing Fields of Gold behind him.
No, we can't. We don't have the rights.
While comedian Brad Williams is sliding down a rainbow into a pot of gold.
You know what?
And he pops out dressed as a Lucky Charm elf, and he goes, "Top of the morning to y'all."
I'm not against putting in Fields of Gold, but Tom, you don't have to do all the field stuff. But since we can't have the rights, will you just sing it for us?
What, the soundtrack to The Terminal?
No, Fields of Gold.
Oh.
I remember you
When the West was gone. West was one.
On the fields of Gully. When the ocean rides and the sunset still, I'm on the fields of gold.
And I don't want to miss a thing.
Even when I'm here for you.
Whoa, whoa.
Long as I'll never do, I still miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing.
Miss a thing. Miss
Even
a thing.
when I
Miss a thing. Miss a thing. Magenta.
Magenta. Yes.
Offensive.
Yes. I could stay awake. I start too high. I could stay awake in this sweet surrender. Oh, boy.
Boy, here's my impression of Liv Tyler hearing that for the first time.
I felt so good coming to that version of that song. Why do people? What is that? That feels like a thing. But what is that? Is that like what old people did?
With my old closer.
Oh, right. When you were the balloon that escapes.
Yes.
Right, where you pull the thing and you do the helium voice.
What if that balloon animal, I'll do the bit. What if the balloon animal came to life? Boy, that is one giraffe that I will not get in the way of.
Why? Why would you not want to get out of the way of the balloon giraffe? Would be way less threatening.
Comedy's subjective, man.
Well, okay.
It was a different time.
Right.
You know?
That I get before COVID.
You could say, let me tell you about COVID.
Oh, yeah. I bet you got a funny story about it.
My buddy knows a guy who worked at the lab where the bat got out.
I just think I might be blurry. I don't know if that's because I'm high, but let me just.
My buddy worked at the lab where the bat got out from COVID.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I mean, look, it's one of those things where you go staying indoors and watching, what did I watch a lot of? Crime documentaries. I watched that Jeffrey Dahmer thing. That was fucking. What's crazy about that Jeffrey Dahmer documentary or series is that, they interviewed Richard Jenkins, the dad, and he's like, were there any signs that your son Jeff was a fucking psychotic fucking psycho? And he goes, no, not really. And they go, what about when you would go collect roadkill with him and cut it up and fucking look at its blood and its brains? And he goes, oh yeah, that was there it is. But right now what I'm dealing with is where do I go with the special? Netflix seems like the obvious choice, but everyone's finding different ways. I see a lot of your guests, you have them on, they put up their stand-up specials on YouTube or Pornhub, and I think eyeballs is what you want. I know that for me coming back, I'm out of the game a little bit. I'm the CVS trying to move into a Rite Aid neighborhood.
But people love and know CVS. Wouldn't you be more like a Wilson's local pharmacy moving into this? With Rite Aid, or
this is why
right.
I just got here. If I work at Target and my friend gets a job at Google, let's say, who's driving?
Right. Could anybody even hear it?
It's not even that. It's God, do you fucking listen to your guests? I mean,
yeah.
It's like talking to a Sega Game Gear. Sega.
May I? You were saying
it made me look like King Koopa.
You were saying that you're just coming back
forever,
and I could tell you what you were saying if you would like to hear.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're talking about just coming back, but you feel like you're a Rite Aid coming into a CVS. Well, you said a CVS going into a Rite Aid neighborhood, and I was saying, well, those are both two big things. That would be like Jerry Seinfeld trying to go in Chappelle's. It all works.
Yeah.
So I was saying, pick a more unknown regional kind of drugstore.
Gotcha.
So then, yeah. So then, what's going on?
Gotcha.
So then you were trying to make another analogy, saying if I worked at Target and my friend worked at Google, can we say that?
Who's driving?
But what I was saying is, if you work at Target and your friend works at Google, could anybody hear your friend? Because Google is always watching, but they're not speaking. I mean, I bet you right now, if I were to open up my iPhone, I would get an advertisement for Freeze Pipe. Yep. All you have to do is go to thefreezepipe.com/TYSO to get 10% off your entire order.
I'll tell you this much, Freeze Pipe listeners. It's my first time using it. It won't be my last. Look at me. I've been giggling like a fucking jelly bean on a roller coaster.
Cut to a clip. Just make me a jelly bean.
But that doesn't mean it's good for you. Go right now to thefreezepipe.com. Use promo code
TYSO.
and figure out how to start living and laughing just a little bit more. Because when you wake up in the morning,
Keep going.
and the alarm gets on the warning, I didn't think I was going to make it all the time. By the time I got my looks and I give myself the looks, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by. I missed the fucking bus again. Starring Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Among the fields of gold.
Now that's a show I would have watched. R.I.P. Screech, by the way. Dustin Diamond's dad used to sell me cars.
How many cars?
Yeah.
He was like your car guy, you mean?
Yeah, but I was big before Jay Leno and Gabriel Iglesias became the car comics. I was Tony Caruso. I mean, Jesus Christ, I did commercials for all the local car salesman guys. You know, come on down to Randy's Toyota dealership. It's Missouri. It's me and Marty and Megan's Missouri dealership.
If you had to do one today with a car like a Hyundai or something, how would you do it?
I don't know. I mean, look, that's the best car on the market. It's there's no.
Well, how would you? What would an advertisement for that sound like?
I look right.
Why don't you pick what's one of the cities that you're touring?
We're coming up. We're setting the schedule right now.
Right, but where's one of them that you want to be touring?
Des Moines, Detroit,
do it for Des Moines.
Tacoma, Hawaii.
Do a Hyundai for Des Moines.
Illinois, Hartford, Connecticut. Right now, get an all new Hyundai Santa Fe at your local Hartford Hyundai dealer.
try it a little better than that.
Hey man, I know this is your show.
I'll give you a music underneath, okay?
Newsflash. Hurricane warning. It's coming. Can I tell you something real quick? My manager's mom just got taken away in the hurricane. Hurricane Ian. Dear
sorry.
God. He's not. He fucking, he hated her. She was one of those crazy Florida people that go, the hurricane's coming. They walk outside, they scream at the sky. They go, I double dog dare you to suck me out of my house, you pervert. I was here first. I ain't going anywhere. Here's my impression of anybody in Florida when there's a hurricane warning. Hurricane warning. It's the biggest one ever. It's going to kill everybody.
Listen, I was just in Florida by the time this comes out. And I did some podcasts.
They go to the beat of their own drum.
Stand up with Eric Griffin. And there's very beautiful people. I've heard people call it Club Air One.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But what I will say is everything there is organic, and you don't have to spend that much time looking at the produce there.
This is how fancy or like Shishi. There's a shake that they have, a smoothie, and the name of it is a Haley Bieber.
Right. It's $19.
It's $19.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every time I go, Rachel's like, "Get me a Haley Bieber." I was like, "This better be Haley Bieber at this bitch." You better have Haley Bieber there.
Florida's constantly coming up with new ways to change the game, right? Mar-a-Lago, Disney World, Chuck E. Cheese.
What is Mar-a-Lago?
Look, I didn't vote. Okay. I have
what
voted. I have voted.
What is Mar-a-Lago? You talked about how Florida's changing the game with Mar-a-Lago.
First time I went to Mar-a-Lago, my buddy.
What is it? Is it a golf course?
My buddy ran a burlesque venue, and there was a lot of
the Comedy Hut?
A lot of these dancers were bleeding.
Was it at the Comedy Hut at Mar-a-Lago?
No, that was New York City, the Comedy.
But they did burlesque at both places.
So the Mar-a-Lago estates start off as a hotel, right? There was this guy, Mar-a-Lago, right? And he always wanted to be a dancer.
Was his last name Lago? His first name was Mara?
Yes.
His name was Mara. It was a man or a woman?
Well, we don't know now. Anything's possible. Everyone's outside mixing it up. So
right.
I don't,
And I think that's so important.
My best friend's kid just came out
outside for the first time. I heard he had COVID for a couple weeks
and twisted it around like a balloon animal. Now he's got, he's dealing with something else down there.
Well, that's one kind of giraffe I would not want to get out of the way of.
I really appreciate. Look, it's tough enough to get your name back. It's tough enough to get your name back out into the community.
Yeah. What's CVS?
Well, there's so much competition. I mean, you tell me as a up and comer, right? There's competition. You're going to the clubs. You're trying to. Can I follow that guy? Can I go before her? Can I go to the bathroom? Do I got enough time to go rub one out before I go on stage? Is my car safe? Does the club get free passes for my friends?
Right.
I just feel like it's a different gang.
Right. Did you have a question for me?
When you were 5.
About the comedy right now and things like
Always.
Because you started asking me a question, then you just went on a list of stuff about like your car being safe.
Yeah, right. Is
it's okay if you don't.
No, I got some.
It's totally fine.
Is
right.
Stand up one of those things you could see yourself not doing anymore?
I mean, I want to keep doing it.
Okay. That was it.
All right. You're an interesting man. Now,
the special is untitled.
Yeah, what's it going to be about? Do you have it? Could you give us any jokes that are in the special? I hear you have a piece of paper here that has some of the jokes. Now, these are a sneak preview of some of the jokes at the untitled Tony special.
Caruso.
I thought it was called the Tony special. That's actually a pretty good name.
There's a lot. We're getting a lot of
TTS?
submissions. Getting a lot of submissions right now.
Oh, people are submitting titles.
It's Caruso time.
Right.
Caruso what?
But that sounds more like a detective story.
Funny story. My first audition was for the detective story. Woody Allen directed it.
Right.
Guess who starred in it? Diane Keaton, Woody Harrelson, Ted Danson, Kirstie Alley, Malcolm Jamal Warner, and Malcolm X. And I'm not shitting you. I could not get a call back.
And they gave it to those nobodies.
So I'm working on this new special. It's been 20 years since I've been on stage, and I miss it. And I got a lot to talk about. There's, everyone always talks about Cosby. It's like, what, could you
do a sitcom?
Could you go to a Cosby show still? Is it a 1 drink minimum? How about my? And you go to these shows and you go, I want the full meal deal. I want to supersize it if I'm going to McDonald's. I'm not just getting a basic fry. I'm upgrading to the top shelf. Give me Don Julio. So I'm trying to get as many jokes and as much amount of time as I can, because I don't know when my time's up. I don't know. We all don't know when our time's up. Put the Cool Running soundtrack behind me.
Don't.
There's it's all right. But so I got a bunch of bits here, and I want to try to work out a few of them on you. See what's good.
I have a question. Will you say one or two of those so I could try, so I could see if I could do your voice?
Yeah, sure. You got it. So again, it's like coming back.
Haven't you already been trying them? Didn't you just do the Bill Cosby 1 drink minimum joke?
That wasn't bad. It's been about 20 years.
You got
to tell me if the dust is still on. If the dust is still on.
I can maybe help you with these jokes.
So I'm in an open relationship.
Right.
A lot of people ask, what's the hardest part?
I would say telling your wife.
The hardest part is not letting her find out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I can help you make it quick, tighter.
Well, I got.
But you go. I'll tell you after.
My friend Ryan helps me write jokes. He's my old manager's son.
Right. Well, you go ahead.
I'm dating a new woman. What kind of woman is she? She likes bad boys. How bad? So on our first date, I kicked her in the face, and then she shit on the carpet.
Yeah,
she hit me with a new. Wait, no, that's.
She called me Rick Mahorn and Bill Ambier.
No,
I stuffed her in the ass with my dick. Bad boys.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do
when they come on you?
Oh,
with consent. That's the thing.
You ever see that video?
That's the thing. Now,
you ever see that video of the Smash Mouth lead singer doing a Nazi salute at an avocado festival? Google it. This is one of those videos that you do not soon forget. That, 2 Girls, 1 Cup, and the video of Oprah giving away cars.
Mm-hmm.
You get a car. I was like, it's on here.
Okay.
Remember Oprah giving away cars?
How many cars did she give away?
What if those cars instead were chocolate-covered dildos covered in shit?
My camera turned off. I don't know. I think maybe it didn't like that joke. We'll have, maybe it's trying not to badmouth Oprah.
Let me have to check you.
There's a time that everybody... No, that's been a minute. Forgot I don't have a guy. Forgot I don't have a guy to tune this for me.
I could tune it for you.
Hey, buy me dinner first. It's not even on here, but it should be. Let me give you a couple of these. I just got a TikTok.
How many TikTok?
My doctor just put it in to keep my heart pumping.
That's good.
And then I put in parentheses, will add on to.
Right. More heart surgeries?
just looked at your microphone. I had bar mitzvah flashbacks of going down on my principal. It's not on here, but it should be. I don't know why men follow so many random women on social media, right? Like, hey, babe, I swear I've only met her once. I don't even know what a bikini is. Well, even before the internet, I was following women, and I put yes by that one, like use that. I'm in an open relationship. It only you ever just do the copy paste, but then you paste? I'm so old. The last time I wanted to have sex, I had to stretch first, but she still got away.
Yeah, that's a lot of like raping, molestation.
Well, no, that's more
following women and chasing them.
Dot. My sex doll.
Can I try one?
One more.
Okay.
Raising a child is not just privilege; it's a duty, like voting, which is why I mail it in.
Your duties?
Mailing in my duties. Damn it. You know what really grinds my gears? That was a line I did in this voiceover commercial audition for Grape Gears. It was this guy Ron Grape.
Sounds like it's tuned. I don't really play the guitar.
Well, let me give you a couple more.
Well, I thought I could try some.
One more. Is that Green Day? So, Johnny Mathis, the country singer, his daughter's son was dating a guy in Green Day, and so I got to go to a couple shows when Dookie was... Another turn for the rocks like in the road. I got it. So that you buy the friends and that you get to go. Just in the
my fingers. I'm not calloused, and
no, that's fine.
It hurts my fingers a lot.
But those shows, those guys would fucking rip. Like, and talk about true rock stars, where you go 3 to 5 hour shows.
Wow.
You don't have time to go back and get second popcorn.
Wow.
It's my favorite thing to do at concerts, movies, popcorn.
Oh,
the smell of the butter, There's popcorn in the air. I'm grabbing it out of the air. I'm throwing my mouth. Hey, Pac-Man popcorn here.
You pop.
Right there too.
Never gonna stop. Pop. That's poppin' popcorns. Poppers. Yeah.
Every time I get a piece of popcorn, I feel like a winner. Every time I eat a piece of popcorn, I feel
popcorn.
That's the movies. Bitty. That's all. So
Thanks, Nicole Kidman.
Well, that was the audition. It was
Right.
that song for my buddy's Grinding My Gears shop.
Right. So you're going to tell me about the first time your wife lost her virginity? Before she passed.
8 days, yeah.
On the opportunity of sleeping with you. Oh, you're not going to.
I've known Donald Trump for years. Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you?
I just, it's tough for me to talk about.
Oof.
It's tough for me to talk about the past when I don't know what my future is. Does that make sense? You know, I could have just paid $20 and watched this in my La Quinta Inn.
Is that where you're staying?
Giveaway.
Like what? Like Oprah in the cars?
No, I've got a Tony Caruso giveaway right now.
Go on.
So I do this email blast where I send
Is that like a finger blast?
but with an email.
Right.
Someone shoves a computer in your pussy.
Right. An email. It's kind of like there's e-females and emails, and you email.
I sent out to my email list. It's built up from over the years. As soon as Bill Gates, I was at
I heard Bill Gates. Do you know what happened to Bill Gates and the guy that killed himself allegedly in jail?
Well, what?
Everyone gets a turn.
Bill Gates. I was at the first barbecue, and he was like,
I'm going to invent the computer.
I didn't know what the fuck he.
He was probably on something.
Well, we were all on everything.
What were you on?
Oh, name it. Dayquil, NyQuil, ZQuil, B12.
So it sounded like you were sick.
Heroin, Tang. I had a glass of Tang. Fruity Pebbles, Fruitios, Now and Laters, Later Nows, Mambas. Mamba number 5, Lou Bega Sega.
Lou Bega strips.
Lou Bega trips.
No, bacon strips. Do you remember those
Lou Bega strips,
the fake
chips,
bacon,
cheese nips.
The fake bacon for dogs.
We'll take it.
Bacon. And there was like the point of view was the dog on the ground running. You remember? And it's like, I love bacon strips. Like begging, but bacon.
Wait, was it a pig begging for it?
No, it was a dog. And like it was from the point of view of the dog. So I feel like they didn't, but they could have like had a tongue kind of sometimes come into frame. I love bacon. Are they begging? Stop. Drop. And don't forget to roll. Only firefighters by you can you control.
My friend is casting an animated movie about dogs. I would love to give him your email.
Well, yeah, it's woof at woof.woof. Or as they would say about Buzz's girlfriend, woof. Show a gif.
Buzz Lightyear?
No, Buzz from Home Alone. Buzz's girlfriend, woof.
Oh, right. Do you think Buzz Lightyear...
Did you know John Hughes? I'll go first.
Oh, my God. I don't want to sound like precocious, but...
All right, well, then let's talk about Buzz Lightyear.
Well, no. I helped give the idea for Home Alone to John Hughes.
How so? I heard it was from Uncle Buck when Macaulay Culkin was going through with a BB gun.
No. My first wife and I, Deb, she had this like weird cervix thing, and we had to stay overnight at the hospital. Left my first son, Dominic, in the
kindergarten cop
in the car.
Dominic
in the car. He's 8
Dominic.
He's 8 years old. We left him in the car.
Dominic.
Now we left the car running, so it was not like he didn't have music or air conditioning.
Right.
So we're in the emergency room. They're cutting her open. I'm having a salad, and I go, holy shit, Dominic, and I smack myself in the face. We left him in the car. He went on a road trip, and John goes, whoa. He was by himself. I go, yeah, we left him at home. The car, we were living in our car. We left him in the car, our home.
And then he went home alone.
He said, was anybody with him? I said, well, I think I left some condoms in there, like there,
right,
something to play with, right? Daddy's funny balloons, as he called them.
Yeah.
And but no, he's by himself. He's got the radio, AM, FM radio. It was a nice car.
Oh, yeah, I actually remember you told me this, not me, but I saw you doing this on, who was it?
Ellen, maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, I guess. Oh, no, Arsenio.
Yes, it was Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall.
You did Arsenio Hall, where you were.
Which, by the way, Ellen's dancing is just another level.
Do you know Arsenio Hall? Arsenio Hall used to recently frequent Louis' arm wrestling shop.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was Arsenio Hall and Louis Armstrong. And when you would go, because Arsenio Hall was very skinny, so it was about leverage.
Yeah.
And Louis Armstrong told him to get basically like to go over cap, basically it's called, over the top it's called in arm wrestling, where Louis Armstrong went to Louis Anderson and went over the top, and
over
he did
the
that
pants,
symbol.
over the pants, over the top.
No, over the top, to go over the top.
But what I'm saying is, like, there's a lot of you can always go above and beyond.
Right, that's Buzz Lightyear,
or to infinity and beyond. The original script, right? My buddy was an EP on it. He sent me the script.
What does that stand for? Script.
Solid contribution, intains.
You missed. Where's the R?
Parameter.
It's running down my pants. Do you remember that joke?
I do.
Can I tell for the people at home that don't know that joke?
Please.
So when I was a kid, I don't know, maybe 4th grade. In fact, it was 4th grade. I had to use the bathroom, and they were saying that we needed to have bathroom passes.
Right.
And the teacher wants us to do the alphabet.
Which is almost like your green card. It's almost like it's the new way to be like, hey, if you want to use that toilet.
Yeah, they look at you based on your race or popularity.
Pass, yeah.
And some people get it a bathroom pass. You know, like the goody two
like
shoes.
your vaccine card. And look, I got vaxxed. I didn't at first. I'll be honest. I go, we already got chips inside of us.
Right.
They're tracking you on your phone.
You're saying because you eat a lot of potato chips?
Yeah. Oh, there's a Dorito inside you. There's a Pringle in your brain. There's maybe a Funyun in your.
One of the pink, 2 in the stink, 3 in the Pringle brain.
Well, once you know. Cosby used to say he'd go once you pop, you can't stop, and we know what he was talking about.
So let me tell this because this is a true story, and so we're going over the alphabet because we're learning cursive.
Gotcha.
And you're like, could you please read the alphabet? I'm like, I really have to go pee. I really have to go to the bathroom. Could you please? Teacher says not until you finish the alphabet. So I go,
the whole alphabet.
The whole alphabet.
Because people forget it's not a short song.
No, it's 26 letters.
That's not a small amount of anything. 26. You got 26 friends. You got 26 bottles
Virgin
of beer on the
Marys.
wall. 26 Virgin. If you have 26 Virgin Marys and you're on a cruise and you weren't invited,
you might be a redneck.
Cut to a picture of Jeff Foxworthy, but make his mouth do like a South Park thing, and then put me in going yabba dabba doo.
Okay.
And everyone goes, "Is that his new catchphrase?"
You owe me $80.
Catchphrases. Oh, I can't afford it.
Catchphrase is a great game.
That was my catchphrase.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't afford it.
But I'll tell you a story.
Well, I asked somebody in the crowd, I go, how much do you think this shirt is? They go, $200. I go, oh, I can't afford it.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was a good bit. I said it was something I did.
So she makes me sing the alphabet. Do you know that the melody to the alphabet is the same as Twinkle,
If you listen
Twinkle,
to
Little
it
Star?
while you watch Dark Side of the Moon.
No, you're so obsessed with Pink Floyd this episode or this interview.
He's just on Joe Rogan, and that guy's guy's got.
I know.
That guy's got a lot. That guy's got a lot of money. He's got the nerve to just crush it as hard as he does.
Did you know the alphabet and Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star was the same melody?
Yeah.
Did you really? Watch. Sing the alphabet. I'll sing the alphabet. You sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Say twinkle. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Next time, won't you sing with So the teacher said, where is this P? I said, it's running down my pants. Where's the P running down my pants? Where's the P running down my pants? Yeah, so he doesn't say, he says all the letters in the alphabet but P. So she goes, where's the P? And he goes, I go, running down my pants. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, wow. That's a drunk seal if I've ever seen one.
Is the bar still open?
Swipe.
And that's when I knew comedy was going to be what I did with my life.
Yes.
Yaz Queen. I know the guy who, Yaz Queen, whenever that became, like the thing to.
Yeah, I know it it's not he didn't create it, but most famously from Jonathan from Queer Eyes for the Straight Guy.
All right, great show.
Or just Queer Eye, I think it's called now.
I love that show because I love fixer-upper shows.
Yes.
And there's so
or
many.
him-uppers. Fix her or him-uppers.
Fix her, him or her. And
or they.
His and her sinks, him and they's kinks. I can't do that again. I'm sorry. But what I do like about what you're telling me to do with my life is make the shampoo easier to put in the bottle. So you say that there might be some bumblebees. There might be a bumblebee in the 7 Seas. SpaghettiOs, who knows? Every time I go to the shoe store, there never seems to be any more cash.
Dude, I'm having a great time. Over the top, over the top, over the top, over the top.
You know that's when I figured I want to do comedy with my life. I can't do that. God. Yeah, my manager told me you're going to do some weird jiggle ball thing.
Can't say that. Isn't that a derogatory term for an African American? No. Isn't it?
Jiggle ball. No.
I remember I heard it in Back to the Future.
Oh, no, that was hey, that new sound I'm looking for. We found it.
No, when they
what I was
the trunk.
what I always wanted them to do is go, you know that new sound we're looking for? We got it. And then have it be OMC's Abazar.
Yes.
Abazar.
Let's do it here.
Remember that news? Here we go. I'll be the guy.
What's going on with you with the voice, with the coughing?
You really want to know?
Nah.
I'd like to tell you.
It's okay.
I really need to tell you.
I think it's best if we just move on.
He's gonorrhea.
We wrote a song about it.
It's another catchphrase I got. It's gonorrhea, right? Yeah, I can't afford it. It's gonorrhea. I didn't say these work. These are work shop ideas. Yeah, everyone's talking about Burning Man. When I was in my 20s, that meant you got the clap. Did you know deaf people can't get the clap? Oh, I don't think I wrote that. I don't know if that's true, but I keep saying it out loud and I haven't been corrected. Yeah. See, again, like sometimes I start ranting and I just put it down on the page and I go, don't do it or do it. This is better than Ezra.
It's a song that I wrote that I want to show you.
Oh, this is Enrique Iglesias' Hero.
Puedo ayer mi cumpleaños tentua. Una, I asked you to laugh.
You don't have any coke, do you?
You had your chance.
Would you tremble?
No.
I touch your lips.
Like that stuff.
No.
Oh.
Would you save my soul tonight?
On a cornucopia, I used to babysit my niece.
Would you turn? I touch your...
You almost broke your trophy.
It's okay. I got plenty where that came from.
Funny. No, I didn't ask, and I don't mean to be rude, but do you do stand-up?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool, very cool. What's your...
I could show you, if I could take some of your jokes and kind of do it more in, like... Yeah, maybe you could just turn it into a thing to fly it over or something.
This takes me back to my paper airplane days.
Mm-hmm. Do you not remember how to make a paper airplane, it seems?
No, I got it. Oh. It wasn't that bad. By the way, welcome back to the things you never want your pilot to say as they land the plane. This thing has 4 wheels. Yeah, see, again, this is why live comedy is great. You try it out, you throw it against the wall, it sticks, or it fucking bounces off the wall and hits you right in between the dick.
I got a... Did I tell you I named my daughter Karen?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, all right. On to the next. It only cost me $10 to fill up with gas the other day. You know, gas is so expensive right now.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it only cost me $10 to fill up with gas the other day. Yeah, I got extra beans on my Chipotle.
Ooh! My buddy, so it's the guys who invented Chipotle.
I named my daughter Karen. Yeah, perfect name for her, actually. Yeah, even when she was a kid, she would ask for the manager of social services when I'd hit her.
Oh, yeah. No,
it's yours.
I can't confirm nor deny.
Well, I could confirm. I have it right here.
Wow, you can give me that back. See, here's the thing about stand-up, and then and now, it's just like a different... You can't do...
Right.
There's PC and then there's cancel culture.
What's the difference?
Oh, I mean, if a cop walks into a donut shop,
right,
and asks for an apple fritter, and they go, "We only have glazed."
Yeah, they're not going to get right.
Well, they're not going to give him
the
the
guy
bathroom.
from Google will be able to hear him.
They're not going. Funny, they're not going to give him the bathroom key. You have to be a customer, and you have
right.
to be like a known entity.
Right. So
I look. I want to write a book. I think that I've done enough. I've seen enough, and as I told you when I first got here, you know, I'm trying to get more. I'd love to get a hot air balloon and just travel the world. There's times when I just sit down and I'll watch Planet Earth, or I'll stare at the sky. Like, do you remember in that movie, those guys, they had that car and they would always look up at the sky and they go, it's such a big world out there. We haven't even been to the moon yet.
They said that in Land Before, Feifel. Feifel Goes West as well.
Goes West. And Feifel Goes West is actually based on a true story.
Yeah.
Marty, we're traveling 42 miles an hour. It's not fast enough to go back to 1969.
Doc, 69's a funny year to go back to.
That sounds like a cartoon rat from New York. Feifel Goes East.
Yeah, Feifel goes across the train tracks. Yeah, I knew Feifel. Yeah, he went west because he didn't have a fucking clue. Go east across the train tracks, under the tunnel, through the bridge, climb up the tree, and look out at the beautiful view of Central Park. Brooklyn, if you're famous.
Why Brooklyn if you're famous?
You know, one time I met Paul Giamatti at a Noah's Bagels. And you know what he said to me? You look like that Feifel guy. And I go, hey, Giamatti. I once ate a girl out while watching Sideways.
And I love that's... I almost felt disrespectful. Like you thought my jokes were worthy of going 2 feet instead of making it the whole way. Is that a synonym for the joke? Is that a metaphor for the moment? I don't know. I've only been married 6 times. 3 of them died. Oh, it was my fault. You can't prove anything. And if you want to get into a fist fight about it, I got to be honest, that was moderately terrifying.
You know what I call that? I call that a joke list that definitely knows how to make a left turn.
I do love misdirection. It's one of the first.
Or Mr. Direction. It's important to say both ways.
Touche.
Or they direction.
Wind.
It looks like you're spreading rumors, touche. I don't like forcing that joke. Sometimes there's like a play on words I have in my head, but I know it's not worth saying, but I need to vomit it out.
Can I give you some comedy advice?
Yeah.
Been doing it 40 years. We're going on 50.
Right.
You don't, and put one of those bouncing ball things right here when I say it, like you're following the words. You don't want to make the comedy only about the comedy. If you push the joke and the joke didn't want to be pushed, now you're just pushing for the sake of pushing. Move with a purpose. Take one step to the side, breathe. Step back over to the other side, recognize. In these times of troubled times,
Mama told me
there's been
when I was young
times that not everybody understands that your moment hasn't even been born yet. You ever get a peppermint patty and dip it in a glass of chocolate milk? It's almost racist, but it's not. It's being a human being. It's making a choice. It's making a risk.
It's a symbol.
But Simba from The Lion King always told me that if you don't trust what's in your heart, how's your heart supposed to trust what's inside? Those aren't my words. That's Simba from The Lion King. And just because it's a cartoon doesn't mean it's not right. I don't know. I'm looking to get back out there. I'm on some of the dating apps right now too, which is tough for a 75-year-old man. I tell you.
What dating apps are you on?
Bumble, Thrumble.
What's Thrumble?
Double Trouble.
What's Thrumble?
Royal Rumble.
Could you explain Thrumble?
Thrumble's like Bumble, where the girls make the first move,
but the difference is
3 girls.
Wait, 3 girls or 2 girls plus you?
2 girls, 1 cup. How many cups were there?
Wait, why can't you just answer the question? It's so hard to ask you
questions.
questions.
is girls reach out, but it's girls that meet. They meet on the first.
Supposed to have a 4-way.
Hey,
I'm asking you questions here, and you're making it really difficult.
I'm
told
not
me
saying
something.
I've been in a 4-way, but let's just say I didn't stop at the 5-way sign, the stop sign. It's an octagon.
Yeah,
5 points, 5 women.
An octagon's 8. A sectagon would be 5.
My manager's always. I don't. What is that thing where you don't know shapes?
Polymorphic.
So my manager's always telling me you got that
polymorphism, which is also I think what you're supposed to call little people now.
A polymorph.
Polydwarfism.
No, we don't do. So my kid used to have a principal who was a little person, which was tough because...
How old is the principal? 5, 6?
50 years old.
Oh, 50 or 60.
Principal, you can't be a kid and be a principal.
Oh, I thought.
Not these days.
It seems like a lot of the people running our country are children.
Well, we just legalized gay marriage. You can't be a kid and be a principal.
Sounds like a lot of people running our country are like children.
Well, and I don't want to talk politics, but Mike Pence is... I can't...
What about Trump, too?
Funny in movies.
Fine in movies.
Not even fine. He was in Home Alone. John, I'll never forget, John goes, hey, I'm going to put this rich billionaire in Home Alone. And I go, what's he going to do?
Yeah, you get Irving Magic Johnson and Home Alone? How? He made a lot of money in the 70s.
That was...
With the movie theaters.
Let me tell you something about Irving. When he came out with his talk show, Magic Time, or Talking Magic, what was it? David Blaine's Magical Kingdom? What was it?
I don't remember the name of the show, but I remember it was like a talk show.
I was the audience warm-up guy for Magic Time.
No shit.
The Magic Johnson Experience. And I would show up at 4.
Explain to people what audience warm-up means.
Magic Johnson was a basketball player, and he had a show, and he hired me to be the audience warm-up guy.
Explain what audience warm-up means.
I got it.
Okay.
There's a, you give a guy a rope, he talks for an hour. The show had a live audience, so I get up, I go, where you from?
Minnesota.
Where's that?
I don't know. I don't really know.
Get this woman a granola bar. Yada, yada, yada. Throw some treats into the crowd. They laugh. We do a dance competition. Hey, what's your name?
Minnesota.
Where do you dance from?
I'm not sure.
Rancho Cucamonga. Exactly. Ba ba ba. Chimichanga. And we're having a great time. And then they go, hey, Tony. And then they start the show. And Magic would interview these guests. We'd have musical guests. Paul Abdul came on a lot.
You know, there's
not God came on.
There's the dancing frog, but Paula Abdul had the dancing cats.
I'll say 2 steps forward, you say 2 steps back.
Or was it dancing cats or dogs?
Oh, fuck.
Also, by the way, I really don't think it matters anymore. I think cats and dogs, it's all the same.
Oh, I've been saying that for years. I don't think if you rescue a cat but buy a dog,
you might be a redneck.
If you talk to your dog and ignore your cat,
you're definitely a redneck.
I hate when people try to tell me their cat's name.
Oh.
Let me guess it.
Interesting.
I love to guess.
Specifically cat names?
Oh, I just, in life, I love to guess.
So same with the dog.
Don't even finish that sentence. I want to see what you're going to say. Give me a second. I may or may not have just farted on your perfectly new couch. Oh, what is this? Bed sheet? This looks like a blanket. This looks like the blanket that my
Angelo. Easy. You're pulling it off. Consent. It looks like you're pulling a nipple, just so you know. You ever tell a girl to come here and she's coming and she's walking like this? Like in a sexual situation. No, I'm okay. I'm comfortable talking about this. I am. You have a girl who's over and she's into you and you're into her and you have a mutual respect and she's naked and she's fucking
twisted. A melon tree.
Whee! She's super hot, okay? And you go like this. You know when a girl's hot and you guys are being kinky, like before you guys make out and have sex?
All right.
Sometimes what I'll do is I'll look at the girl from across the room and I'll go like this.
Peter Piper pick up peppered peppers.
I go like this. And then she comes saunting over. But sometimes
swanting over.
If she isn't swanting fast enough, I'll grab her by the way you did that, grab her by one of the nipples, and I'll go like this, and I'll go like this. So she spins like in The Mask and lands in my lap.
Well, titty twisters are making a comeback.
Yeah. You know, it's funny that I always thought that if a titty twister leaves, the only way you could finish on a girl's tits is if you come back.
Yeah, I don't need to do all that.
I believe all of it.
Hey man, I'm here to promote my special.
What's it called again?
Tony Time.
So you decided. See, that's a little trick. It's like if you can't decide.
I guess I have.
Tony Time.
Well, look, there's tea time.
Well, that's not a special. That's just what time you go and play golf.
Or if you're the queen, rest in peace, too soon. don't don't assume that I don't want to have a nice chamomile. Maybe I do want to go pop a couple balls at the Top Golf.
Did you know that in Beauty and the Beast, they actually made an homage?
Used a real beast.
When they named, the teapot is Mrs.
Played by
Salvador Rushki.
No. Initials are AB. She was in Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
I don't remember the name.
Angela Lansbury. Murder, She Wrote.
Listen, this is interesting.
The way she wrote that.
That was she was playing the Queen, and it was like paying like a futuristic nod to when the Queen passes.
Oh,
because when the Queen passes away, you say rest in peace, and that's why passed away down a generation to her child Chip, who's missing a piece. So it's supposed to be the Queen who's resting in peace through, and it's a metaphor to show that this next person that might come in, what's going on right now over in the UK is really tough, and they have this new woman in there, and like. They think she's a beast, and she very well may be, but all the rose petals haven't fallen yet. And I think you just need a beautiful librarian to get lost in the woods, almost ravished by wolves, which we'll call Russia. Do you see what I'm saying? Russia, the wolves, to help direct to bring the Father, the Holy Spirit, the Father, the Lord.
I got to be in science.
Which is Belle's father in Beauty and the Beast, the Father, our Lord in heaven.
There it is.
And hallowed be thy name.
Yeah, I got you.
To go, and basically that is the story. So right now, England is the palace for Beauty and the Beast is. The wolves and Gaston are Russia. And the Father, now it could be God, it could be your God, whatever God you believe in, it could be any spirituality you believe in, whether it's yourself, Mother Nature, whatever it is,
right.
just basically a higher power.
Well,
and that is coming in, and it's up to us, and that's also global warming right now. I mean, like, your generation fucked us.
We didn't we just didn't plan ahead. We were just all jumping around. Crisscross will make you jump, and we did.
Yeah, but also every now and then, if you stay on the ground, maybe you could enjoy some crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, that's a narcissistic, closed mind viewpoint, and this is why American politics has gotten to where it's gotten.
You have my attention.
Every year, 23% of high school kids are trying to dry hump some fig tree, right? Now, who am I to get in the way? Who am I to call your dad and go, excuse me, Mr. Thompson,
right?
I found your son
humping a fig tree.
No,
worse,
dead on the roof.
Oh, dead on the roof.
What do you want me to do about it?
I heard of the dog stuff.
I'm getting to that. He says, which roof? Now, at this point,
yeah, I mean, that's a pretty blanketed statement.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. You do magic.
Well, sometimes.
I did notice your voucher card there, and
I see manipulator, which is what I like to call my ex-wife.
Well, you and me both, buddy.
You called, yeah.
No, I just called her Pam the cunt.
Centering 9.5, corners 9.5, surface 9.5, edges 10, gem mint 9.5, quad plus, beta, icy manipulator. Pay 1 colorless mana. You may tap any land, creature, or artifact in play on either side. No effects are generated by the target card.
Hello, all the women. How dry are you? Oh, okay. Well, let me get one of these magic cards to come to life, and I mean, icy manipulator.
Yeah, I barely know her.
You want to open for me?
Yes.
I gotta be honest, when I first sat down, I thought this was gonna be weird. I go, this guy's offered me Diet Coke twice. He's got a lot of trophies. There's something behind that curtain. I just can't figure out what it fucking is yet. I don't even know if I want to know what it is. But this is why you get up. This is why you get into your car and you go, hey, I got no gas. Do I press play anyway? Do I power through? Or do I get out of the car and push the car up the hill, get into it when it rolls down the hill, and try to just get as far as I can? If I open that curtain right now and there's a Wolverine doing a Sudoku, I'll suck my own dick.
Oh my God.
But if I open that curtain and it's like a microwave, going to the other door. Because I didn't come here for no microwave. What's that from?
Basketball.
I can't do that. Underrated movie. You know, Bobby De Niro, told me we're doing a milk commercial.
No shit.
We're doing a milk commercial. I don't know if you ever saw it. It's for Dairy Gold. Dairy Gold. Milk, 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 milk.
Dairy Gold spread the goodness.
Are you hearing the static?
Yeah.
When did that start?
About 90 seconds ago.
What happened? What's going on?
No, I think it's your phone. There it is.
Yeah, I was.
No, great.
Yeah.
Gone. There's something, because the government's tracking our phones. I mentioned Celine Dion. Facebook sent me 8 different links to see Celine Dion in Brazil.
Did you?
I'm leaving tonight.
Oh, that's why you. Nope.
Me as Celine Dion.
No.
And I will do it. Oh.
That's not Celine Dion.
Oh. Celine Dion as Meatloaf in the Meatloaf story, Stroganoff.
It depends who's playing. Or
put a ticket link here.
Stroke it off.
David Hyde Beers. All right.
Gulp, gulp, gulp.
This has been fun, I'll tell you that much. All right.
So, what are you nervous most about coming back? Is it that you think you're not good enough, or is it that you're worried that you won't be accepted until you earn it, and that puts you in an underdog position that you're not used to because you already made it to the top?
I don't think I'm at a place where I want to be the best. I don't think I ever was. I think it just happened organically, naturally. What I found comforting is the attitude towards the universe right now is pretty up and down. It's one day you're the God's gift to you're king of the ship.
Right.
You come into that steakhouse, hey, sit right here, sir. Take as many meatball parmesans as you need.
Right.
Other times, you can't even get a seat in the urinal,
right,
or one of those honey buckets, the portable shitters, because no girls allowed. The Bernstein Bears were way ahead of their time with that book. You know what that book was about? Girls not getting in, girls not fitting in. And what I worry about is if I have a daughter. I'm 75, but I got 10 more years to have a kid. What is she? What is she gonna do?
Right.
What is she gonna do when her kids are 85?
Right.
She gonna still be alive?
Well, is there anything?
Or is she gonna take one of those magic pills that they keep selling on the MyPillow website?
Is there anything you want to plug? You might want to fix your shirt. You look a little sloppy. Oh, that's an interesting necklace.
What's that?
You look like the MyPillow guy now with that necklace. Like if you got a little bit younger.
Well, I wish I was a little bit younger. I wish I was a baller. There's I found this. I don't know if you guys ever been to Discovery Zone.
Of course.
So those little machines where you can get they got little plastic balls with like jelly beans and bouncy balls and little,
the eggs, little plastic eggs.
Little plastic eggs. You're like, oh, what is it? Oh, a coin. And and then you take it out and you go, what the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Right.
What do I look like, a banker?
Yeah, my ex-wife did.
Lucky you. It's another catchphrase I'm working on. Oh, I can't afford it? Lucky you. Somebody in the crowd, I go, how long you been married?
Lucky you.
No. Tell me how long you been married. Say anything above like 40 years.
Oh, 80 years.
Lucky you. And then,
right,
more often than not, roof blows off the goddamn joint.
Whoa. So do you have anything you want to plug or what?
So the special Tony time, we're getting ready to film it here in the next couple months. Is it coming out? That's up to the people.
What do you mean? You're going to film it and you won't put it out?
I want to take this opportunity to formally announce my return to stand-up comedy after 20 years.
Wow, and the Take Your Shoes Off podcast?
Tony Caruso coming back at it. We'll see what happens. It's been a fun ride. It's been a long ride. It's been a joyous ride. It's been a...
No, I wanted to just score underneath you. We're going to make my volume a little bit lower. So if you could just say what you were saying. I don't want to be distracting. We'll keep the camera on.
When I decided I wanted to return to stand-up comedy, I go, there's only one opportunity you get to make a comeback. And I'm choosing that time to be now. People have been asking, where's Tony Caruso? When you think of the greats, is what I've been told. Bill Murray, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Bob Saget, Jerry Seinfeld, Margaret Cho, Ellen DeGeneres, Ellen Not So Generous, Tony Caruso. And I take that compliment and I take it to the heart, and it's not something I don't want to take advantage of. The camaraderie, the confidence.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through, that I'd be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh.
On this earth.
About another
I almost
path.
just shit my
I know
pants.
we love to hit the road and laugh. But something told me,
I don't know if you saw that.
But something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch it up, look at things different. See the bigger picture. Those were the days. Hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place.
If I don't do it now, I won't do it then.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything.
Who said that?
How can we not talk about family when family's all that you got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now it's gonna be there for the last round. How does that part go? Wait, how does that part go? Are you gonna not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. Now it's gonna be time.
You have a drum kit. You don't even have to buy me a new drum kit.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got?
Get the fuck out of here.
All the last.
This seems aggressive, Greg. Call me Dad.
Do you remember? All right. Do you know that song? How that goes? How it goes? Where it goes? How can we not talk about everything when everything's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side, and now you're gonna be there for the last ride.
Hello? Yeah. The chicken tender plate.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks, Tony Collette. Thanks for coming over.
Great actress, though.
I like to call women actors. Women actors, at least.
Tony Collette was in that movie with, shit.
Yeah, let's end the podcast with the Tony Collette movie.
The way back.
All right. I guess we could go back to when we did the first commercial.
I do want to say very nice to be here. Very honored. I've heard a lot of great things. The clips were great. Tony Caruso, please just look out. I'm hitting the clubs.
How do you spell Caruso?
Caru. So I'm hitting the clubs. That was a sitcom I guest starred on. And I'd walk in. My name was Eric Bobbins, and everyone would go, Bobbins probably knows. And then I'd open the door and go, so? It was like 2 seasons. It was on what was that? PAX, that show, PAX, where they would do like, abortion commercials. So, or no, Lifetime, the Lifetime movies. But I'm getting back to it. I'm going to have some fun, and I'd like you guys to come out and see me, be a part of it. I'm going to be making the podcast rounds as much as possible. Come out and see me live, and hey, appreciate the support. It's been a journey. It's been a grind, and I'm happy to still be here. Thanks for having me. Always want to play the piano. Couldn't afford one. A piano.
We've come a long way. What? Not yet. Again. From where we about it when I see you again. It's been a long time. We've only been through, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. And I see you again. Yeah. First you both go out of your way and the vibe is feeling strong. I don't remember, I want to turn into a bond. I don't know where it's going to go then. I'll try. Bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when the brotherhood come first, hold the cross. Establishing our own when the line had to be drawn. And never to remember when I'm gone. How can we not take the things all we got? Baby, we don't really got everything that made me back. But it's been a long way. See you again with tell you all about it when I see you, my friend. It's been a long day. With all we've been through, and I'll tell you all about it, baby, me and you. Baby, me and you. Yo, first we won't go out your way with the vibe, feeling strong. Never stop the friendship, turn the bone when I never be broken, never be lost. And when the brotherhood was working in the night, we crossed, established in our own. When the line had to be drawn, listening wrong, reaching, never remember you're gone. And heaven you're strong, and talk about you keep your head strong. Cause then you learn it when you're tired, you just yawn. How do I tell when you yawn, when you tired? If you figured that the blood in your brain is annihilated with no oxygen, my cousin talk box again. Take it when you do it once, take it back and ox again. Are you ox again? Never when you look at red, Homo, no homo. When we pass by, going real slow-mo. Looks like I'm coming out of rumor's asshole. And I'm deaf and I sound a little weird, yo. Looking down, telling him to look out. He's got a big explosion. It is a brick out. Pop, weasel and stop, not the drizzle. When you cop, stop the reason. We never do it. Go, we do too. Call me again, yo. Call me again when you just call me my friend. Because if I need to borrow money from you, you will lend. So if you do it again, then you a rooster, you a hen. So it's something I've been working on.
Tony Time premieres on Hulu, December 13th, 2045.
Hulu or Scootu?
Scootu.
Hulu or Scootu?
Boobity boo.
I didn't know we had a ghost in the room.
It's Halloween soon.
Oh, I didn't know we had a ghost poet. Trick or treat. So my feet.
If you dare to.
You know what? If you want to give up, you're allowed to retreat. Click one of these thumbnails.